Well, when we think about the Obama administration, where Joseph Biden was the vice president, the greatest achievement of that administration was the nuclear agreement with Iran signed in 2015. As we all know, Trump withdrew the United States from this agreement, the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, and has launched a strategy of maximum pressure to bring Iran to the negotiation table, not only to talk about its nuclear program, but also its ballistic program and its so-called malign activities in the Near and the Middle East. This Trump strategy has not worked so far. It's highly unlikely that even if Trump continues in the presidency, it will work. And Joseph Biden, on the other hand, has committed himself to the nuclear agreement of 2015. I doubt, however, if it's very likely that he will simply decide to bring back the United States to the agreement, so that the initial agreement of 2015 with the lifting of sanctions on Iran will actually happen. Maybe Biden will be under pressure from the domestic political front to continue sort of a tough policy on Iran, but combined with incentives given to Iran if Iran makes concessions. So we can see a moderate change of the US-Iran policy if Joseph Biden wins, but I'm highly doubtful that we will have a full return to the nuclear agreement of 2015. When the US withdrew from the JCPOA, the Europeans and the Russians and the Chinese were very eager to preserve the agreement because they considered it to be a successful an important agreement. And Iran actually stuck to the obligations for Iran under the agreement for one more year until May 2019. Since then, Iran has made several steps which are not in compliance with its obligations under the nuclear agreement, and the IAEA has reported on this. Still, the Europeans sticking to their position to preserve the agreement, asking Iran to recommit to the obligations under the JCPOA. And Iran has told the Europeans and the Russians and the Chinese that they would actually reverse their violations of Iran's commitments as soon as the Europeans deliver on the central promise of the JCPOA to Iran, which is trade and investment relations between the signatories of the JCPOA and the Islamic Republic of Iran. So if Joseph Biden wins the elections and returns to the agreement, then Iran will reverse what the IAEA inspectors are now complaining about. If, as I've said before, Joseph Biden will not simply re-enter the agreement of 2015, then there's a real threat that Iran will actually cancel its signature under the JCPOA, and we will have no more restrictions on the Iranian nuclear program.